Good morning, students. Today we will continue with our lesson, physiography and drainage. Yesterday we have studied about the drainage of India and Brazil. So today we will revise the whole lesson, physiography and drainage. We will start with points to remember. In this lesson, we have learned about the physiography of India and Brazil. And we have also learned about the drainage of India and Brazil. What is the difference between Brazil and India related to physiography, and what is the difference and comparison between Brazil and India related to drainage of Brazil and India. So today we will revise the lesson, points to remember. 5 major physiographic division of India are the Himalayas, the North Indian plains, the Peninsula coastal plains, and island groups. There are total 5 major physiographic divisions we have learned in this lesson: the Himalayas, the North Indian plains, the Peninsula coastal plains, and island groups. The Himalayas, one of the young fold mountain in the world. The Himalayas are known as one of the young fold mountain in the world. Extension of Himalayas. The Himalayas are extended from Pamir Nat in Tajikistan to the east, and Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh in India. Himalayas are extended from Pamir Nat in Tajikistan to the east, and Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh in India. Himalayan ranges from south to north, or Himalaya ranges from young to old. So they are Shivaliks, Lesser Himalayas, Greater Himalayas, and Trans Himalayas. Shivalik, Lesser Himalayas, Greater Himalayas, and Trans Himalayas are the ranges from south to north, or they are also called as ranges from young to old. Himalayan ranges. From west to east, Himalayas are divided into Western Himalayas, they are called as Kashmir Himalayas, Central Himalayas, they are also called as Kumaon Himalayas, and Eastern Himalayas, they are called Assam Himalayas. These are the Himalayas from west to east. North Indian Plains. The North Indian Plains lies between Himalayan mountains in the north and peninsula in the south. North Indian Plains lies between Himalayan mountains in the north and peninsula in the south. Next we will see part of North Indian Plains lying to the east of Aravalli is Ganga Plains. Ganga Plains are the part of North Indian Plains lying to the east of Aravalli. Delta of Ganga and Brahmaputra system is called as Sundarbans. Sundarbans means deltas of Ganga and Brahmaputra river. They are called as Sundarbans. Western part of North Indian Plains is called Thar Desert or Murusthali. Thar Desert is in Rajasthan and it is located in the western part. The western part of North Indian Plains is called as Thar Desert, or it is also called as Murusthali. Lying to the south of North Indian Plains. The peninsula is the area which lies to the south of North Indian Plains. Next, oldest fold mountain in India. Oldest fold mountain in India is the Aravallis. Aravallis are the oldest fold mountain in India. Length of the coastline of India. length coastline of India is approximately 7,500 kilometers. 7,500 kilometers approximately. Eastern coastal plains form as a depositional work of rivers. The eastern coastal plains are formed as a river of depositional work of rivers. Rivers originating from Western Ghats form estuaries and not deltas. We have learned about estuaries and deltas. Both are different. So rivers originating from Western Ghats form estuaries. They do not form deltas. Island in Arabian Sea are Lakshadweep Islands. Lakshadweep Islands are the islands which are in Arabian Sea. Next we will see island in Bay of Bengal. In Bay of Bengal are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So you have to remember these islands. It asks about the Arabian Sea, islands in Arabian Sea. So they are Lakshadweep Islands, and island in Bay of Bengal are Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Only active volcano in India. In India, only active volcano is found only in barren islands. Active volcano in India are found in barren islands. Now we will see physiography of Brazil. We will revise the points related to the physiography of Brazil. Physiographic division of Brazil is the highlands, the great escarpment, the coast, the plains, the island group. This is the 5 major division of Brazil. The islands, the great escarpment, the coast, the plains, and the island group. Highest peak of Brazil. Which is the highest peak of Brazil? While studying physiography of Brazil, we have learned this. So the highest peak of Brazil, Pico de Neblina, and its height is 3,014 meters. So remember this, the highest peak of Brazil, Pico de Neblina, and its height is 3,014 meters. Pico de Neblina lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. Pico de Neblina, it is situated, it is located, it lies on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. Next, the eastern side of Brazilian highland is demarcated by the Great Escarpment. The eastern side of Brazil highland is demarcated by the Great Escarpment. The Great Escarpment is very steep from Sao Paulo to Porto Alegre. It's steep from Sao Paulo to Porto Alegre. The rain shadow area in the northeastern part of highland is called broad quadrilateral. The rain shadow area in the northeastern part of highland is called broad quadrilateral. Then we will see the northern coast extends from Amapá to Rio Grande do Norte. In Brazil, the northern coast extends from Amapá to Rio Grande do Norte. The plains of Brazil are confined to Amazon basin and Paraguay-Paraná source region. The plains of Brazil are confined to Amazon basin and Paraguay-Paraná source region. Most of the Amazon plains are covered by tropical rain forest. Most of the Amazon plains are covered by tropical rain forest in Brazil. One of the largest wetlands in the world are Pantanal. Remember this in mind. Pantanal is the one of the largest wetland in the world. The marine islands are located at the distance of more than 300 kilometers away from mainland of Brazil. The marine islands are located the distance is more than 300 kilometers away from mainland of Brazil. Length of coastline of Brazil. The coastline, the length of it is approximately 7,400 kilometers. Length of coastline of Brazil is approximately 7,400 kilometers. Coral islands near the coast of South Atlantic Ocean are in the form of atolls. We have seen what is atolls. Definition we have learned before starting the lesson. So, coral islands near the coast of South Atlantic Ocean are in the form of atolls. Longest sandy beach in the world. In the world, we have to keep this mind, remember, learn properly. Longest sandy beach in the world is Praia do Cassino, or it is also called as Cassino Beach in Brazil. So, Praia do Cassino or Cassino Beach is the longest sandy beach in the world. Major river basin of Brazil are Amazon Basin, Paraguay-Parana system, and São Francisco. Major river basins of Brazil are Amazon Basin, Paraguay-Parana system, and São Francisco. Amazon collects its headwater from. The rivers of Amazon collects its headwater from eastern slopes of Andes Mountain in Peru. Eastern slopes of Andes Mountain in Peru. So Amazon collects its headwater from. Discharge of Amazon. Discharge of Amazon is 2 lakh meter cube per second. Part of Brazil where Parana and Paraguay are located in southwestern part. Part of Brazil where Parana and Paraguay are located is southwestern part. Coastal rivers of Brazil. Brazil has coastal areas also where there is which is densely populated. So coastal rivers in Brazil are River Paranaíba and River Itapecuru. So these are the two rivers where navigation is done on a large scale, River Paranaíba and River Itapecuru. And in these coastal rivers, in coastal areas, the population is densely populated. These are the densely populated areas, the coastal areas of Brazil. So the coastal river of Brazil are River Paranaíba and River Itapecuru. Third important river of Brazil is São Francisco. The third important river of Brazil is São Francisco. First is Paraguay, second Parana, and the third is São Francisco. According to the source region, rivers in India are classified as. In India, the rivers are classified as Himalayan rivers and Peninsula rivers. The two types of rivers are there in India, Himalayan rivers and Peninsular rivers. So according to the source region, rivers in India are classified as Himalayan rivers and Peninsula rivers. Himalayan rivers are perennial in nature. The Himalaya rivers are perennial in nature. Perennial means the rivers which flow throughout the year and its discharge is also very high. The water level of these rivers are more high and always flowing. So Himalayan rivers are perennial in nature. Major distributaries of river Sindhu. The major distributaries of river Sindhu is River Jhelum, River Chenab, River Satluj, and River Ravi. So these are the major distributaries of river Sindhu. We have to learn this while map reading. The question comes: which are the major tributaries of river Sindhu? So the answer is River Jhelum, River Chenab, River Satluj, and River Ravi. River Satluj originates near Lake Mansarovar. There is a lake Mansarovar, so river Satluj originates near it. Origin of Ganga river, Gangotri glacier. The question is also asked in exam on this. It may be match the pair form, fill in the blanks, or answer in one word. Answer the following in one sentence. So the origin of river Ganga is Gangotri glacier. Major tributary of river Ganga, river Yamuna. So major tributary river Ganga is river Yamuna. There are many tributaries, but the major tributary, as we will see, it is river Ganga. River Yamuna originates from Yamunotri glacier. If Ganga is asked, you have to write origin of Ganga river, Gangotri glacier, and origin of Yamuna river is Yamunotri glacier. North of Great Himalayas, Brahmaputra is called river Sangpo. North of Great Himalayas, Brahmaputra is called river Sangpo. In Arunachal Pradesh, Brahmaputra is called as Bihang. In Arunachal Pradesh, Brahmaputra is called as Bihang. And north of Great Himalayas, in the north side of Great Himalayas, Brahmaputra is called as river Sangpo. And in Arunachal Pradesh, it is called as river Bihang. Peninsular rivers are divided as east flowing. The east flowing rivers means meeting the rivers meeting Bay of Bengal. And the west flowing means the river meeting the Arabian Sea. So peninsular river are divided as east flowing meeting Bay of Bengal and west flowing meeting Arabian Sea. Peninsular tributaries of river Ganga. Peninsular tributaries of river Ganga are river Chambal, Ken, Betwa, Stone, and Damodar. The peninsular tributaries of river Ganga are river Chambal, Ken, Betwa, Stone, and Damodar. Major water divide in peninsula, Western Ghat. Major water divide in peninsula is due to Western Ghat. Next, peninsular rivers are seasonal in nature. These peninsular rivers are seasonal in nature. They flood or they flow as per the nature changes. They are seasonal in nature. As per the season they flow. Rivers drainage in Gulf of Kambat. Rivers drainage in Gulf of Kambat are of river Tapi, Narmada, Mahi, and Sabarmati. So these are the rivers which draining in Gulf of Kambat. River Tapi, Narmada, Mahi, and Sabarmati. Second largest river system of India in terms of catchment area is river Godavari. Godavari is the second largest river system of India in terms of catchment area. Remember this, that river Godavari is the second largest river system of India in terms of catchment area. Many tributaries of river Krishna are river Bhima and Tungabhadra. Major tributaries of river Krishna is river Bhima and Tungabhadra. Kaveri river flows through the state of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Kaveri river flows through the state of Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Backwater of Kerala are called Kayal. Backwater of Kerala are called as Kayal. So these are the points to remember which you have learned in this lesson. Now we will see the distinguish between physiography of India and Brazil. What is the difference between the both? The physiography or division of India are the Himalayas, the North Indian plain, the peninsula, coastal plains, and island groups. And of Brazil, the physiographic division of Brazil are the highland, the great escarpment, the coastal region, the plains, and the island. So this is the difference between the both physiography of India and Brazil. Second point, we will see there are long and high mountain ranges in north and northeast part of India in the form of Himalayan ranges. The Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat lie to the west and east of Peninsula region. The average altitude of Greater Himalayas is around 6,000 meters. And that is of Brazil we will see. In Brazil, there are no high and continuous mountain range. The eastern side of highlands is demarcated because of the escarpment. The Great Escarpment, located in southeastern part of highland, has an altitude of 790 meters. In this region, with the height gradually decreasing. So this difference is between the mountains and the Ghat, between the highlands of India and Brazil. In India, the plains occupy a wide area in the north. The plains lies between Himalayas in the north and the peninsula in the south. It extends from Rajasthan in the west to Assam in the east. The coastline line, the coastal plain lie to the west and east of the peninsula. And of Brazil, we will see the difference. In Brazil, we have the Amazon basin in the north and the Parana Paraguay basin to the south, to the southwest, which constitute the plains. Also, a narrow coastal plain is confined to the north and the east. This we have seen the difference between India and Brazil related to plains and the basin. Next, we will see the Peninsula Plateau region of India lies to the south and the North Indian plain and is divided into two groups. The Peninsula Plateau region in India lies to the south of the North Indian plains and is divided into two groups. And that groups are the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. In Brazil, the highland occupy an extensive area in the south and is described as the Brazilian highland or the Brazilian sheep. The highlands occupy is an extensive area in south and it is described as Brazilian highland or Brazilian sheep. Also, the north is the Guyana highland. The north of Brazil is Guyana highland. So this was the difference between the India and Brazil related to plateau and highland. The islands in India are either volcanic or coral in origin. And the islands in Brazil are mainly depositional and some of them are coral in nature. So this is the distinguish between we have seen about the physiography of India and Brazil. India has main 5 physiographic division: Himalayas, North Indian plains, Peninsula, coastal plains, island groups. And Brazil has also 5 main division: highlands, the Great Escarpment, the coastal region, the plains, and the island. Now we'll see about the comparison between Ganga River Basin and Amazon River Basin. We have to compare. We will see the comparison between Ganga River Basin in India and the Amazon River Basin in Brazil. The points of comparison are size of catchment area. Then we will see the relative location within respective countries. Then headwaters, region of rivers, orientation of the rivers, major tributaries and their orientation, the size of catchment area of Ganga River are spreading across the northern and the eastern part of India. The Ganga River Basin has a total catchment area of 10164 square kilometers. 10,16,124 square kilometers. This is the catchment area of Ganga River. Amazon River Basin we will see spreading across the northern part of Brazil. The Amazon River Basin has a total catchment area of 7050,000 square kilometers. Means 70,50,000 square kilometers. So the catchment area of Ganga River Basin is 10,16,124 square kilometer, and the catchment area of Amazon River Basin is 70,50,000 square kilometer. Their relative location within respective countries. The Ganga River Basin lies to the south of the Himalayas in the North Indian Plain and also occupies the northern parts of the peninsula, that is the Central Highland. The Ganga Basin lies to the south of Himalayas in the north, and it also occupies the northern part of peninsula, and that are called as the Central Highland. Amazon River Basin occupies the entire region in the north of Brazil, right from the Guyana Highlands to the northern part of Brazilian Highlands. So the relative location of the Amazon River Basin occupies the entire region in the north of Brazil, right from the Guyana Highlands to the northern part of Brazilian Highlands. Next point we will see of headwater region of rivers. The headwater region of river Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier in Uttarakhand. River Ganga originates from Gangotri Glacier in Uttarakhand. And the headwater region of Amazon River originates from the eastern slope of Andes Mountain in Peru. So this is the main comparison we have to keep in mind. Ganga River originates from Gangotri Glacier in Uttarakhand, and Amazon River originates from the eastern slope of Andes Mountain in Peru of Brazil. Next point we will see orientation of the river. The Ganga flows eastward, passing through the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal, and terminates into the Bay of Bengal. One of its branches enters into Bangladesh. Ganga flows eastward. It passes the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, and terminates into the Bay of Bengal. One of its branches enters into Bangladesh. The Amazon River flows from the west to east entirely through the states of Amazon and Para in the northern Brazil and terminates into the North Atlantic Ocean. So the Amazon River Basin flows from the west to east to the states of Amazon and Para in the northern Brazil and terminates into the North Atlantic Ocean. Now we will see the point, major tributaries and their limitation. In this first point, Yamuna is the major right bank distributary of river Ganga, originating from the Yamunotri glacier and meeting Ganga at Allahabad. Yamuna river meet Ganga at Allahabad. Other right bank tributaries originating from the peninsula like Chambal, Ken, Shon, Damodar, etc. flow northward and join Ganga. So Yamuna, the major right bank tributary of river Ganga, it originates from Yamunotri glacier and it meets to river Ganga at Allahabad. And other tributaries like Chambal, Ken, Shon, Damodar flow northwest and join Ganga. The left bank tributaries like Gomati, Ghagra, Gandak, and Kosi flow south and meet Ganga. These are the left bank tributaries which meet Ganga are Gomati, Ghagra, Gandak, Kosi flow south and meet Ganga. Rivers like Negro, Branca, Paru flow south from Guyana Highlands and meet the Amazon River as left bank this tributary. This is of Brazil. We will see of Brazil. Rivers like Negro, Branca, Paru, flows south from Guyana Highlands and meet the Amazon River as left bank tributaries, and river Madeira, Juruca, Zingu, and Tocantins flow northward and join the Amazon River to its right bank. Left side rivers are Negru, Branca, Paru, and the right side rivers are Madeira, Juruca, Jingu, Tocantins of Brazil. Another points of comparison we will see, the Ganga River basin is densely populated due to the deposition of fertile alluvial soil and plenty of water available for agriculture. The river basins of Ganga are densely populated due to the good irrigation facility provided by the water and the good quality alluvial soil which is used for agriculture. Fertile plains and deltas are formed. River Ganga is 2,525 kilometers long and water discharge is 16,648 cubic meter per second. And in Amazon, we will see the Amazon River basin is sparsely populated due to the dense equatorial rain forest, unfavorable climate, and lack of transport links. Due to this, there is population is less. It is sparsely populated because of rainforest, unfavorable climate, and lack of transport links. No deltas are formed, but the islands have developed along the mouth of Amazon River. River Amazon is 6,400 kilometers long, and its water discharge, Amazon River water discharge is 2,09,000 cubic meter per second. So this is the comparison between River Ganga basin and River Amazon basin of India and Brazil. We have relating to the points such as size of catchment area, the relative location within the respective countries, headwater region of river, orientation of the river, major tributaries and their orientation, and some other any other points. Now we will learn measures are being taken to control pollution in the rivers of India. There are various measures which are taken to control the pollution which is faced to stop this to control water pollution in India. Some measures are being taken. We will see. Treatment of the sewage before draining it into the rivers. Treatment is given to the sewage water before draining it into the rivers. Second, reducing the use of pesticide and insecticide as they drain into the water source and pollute it. There must be limitation on the use of pesticides and insecticides because the drain water that is left into the water sources, and due to that the water gets polluted. So there is reduction in the use of pesticides and insecticides, which is harmful for the water source. Discharge of industrial effluent into with proper treatment is not controlled. The industrial effluent that are also discharged into the river, but the discharge of industrial effluent into rivers without proper treatment is not controlled. Without proper treatment given to that water, which is left from the industries and factories, are also very harmful to drain that in the water sources. So without proper treatment, it is now controlled. Reusing the water for different purposes, which reduces the overuse and pollution of water. The water that is also reused for different purposes. as possible as it is done for different purposes. Using of water is done, which reduces the overuse and pollution of water. Next point, carrying out the cleaning and purification of the river water under the National River Conservation Plan. NRCP. NRCP means National River Conservation Plan. So these plans work for the control of river pollution. So carrying out the cleaning and purification of the river water. River water is purified and clean under the National River Conservation Plan. Creating awareness in the people about the importance of river and harmful effect of pollution. Awareness among the people is created, and that is very important to control the pollution. So awareness is created in people about the importance of river and harmful effect of the pollution which human being have to face, and which is directly going to affect the environment. So this awareness is created among the people. Setting up of pollution control boards. PCB. PCB means pollution control boards at the state and national level to curb pollution. So these are the boards which are to be set up at the state and the national level to stop the pollution, and this board can create awareness among the people also. So the main thing is awareness that should be created. So measures are being taken to control pollution in rivers of India are treating of the sewage before draining it into the river, reducing the use of pesticide and insecticide as they drain into the water source and pollute it. Discharge of industrial effluent into river without proper treatment is now controlled. Reusing the water for different purposes, which reduces the overuse and pollution of water. Carrying out the cleaning and purification of the river water under the National River Conservation Plan (NRCP). Creating awareness in the people about the importance of river and harmful effect of pollution. Setting up of pollution control boards (PCB) at the state and national level to curb pollution. Now we will see of the outline map of Brazil, and we have to indicate all the major rivers from Brazil. Map reading comes to you in exam. Some points are given and you have to mark that in the map. So here we can see rivers are given: River Amazon, River Sao Francisco, River Parana, River Paraguay, River Itapecuru, River Paraniba, River Puraguco, and River Uruguay. So clearly we can see one number in the map which indicates River Amazon. Second, here River Francisco. Third, River Parana. Fourth number in the map indicates River Paraguay. It is located here. River Itapecuru, River Paraniba, River Paraguco, and River Uruguay. These are the main rivers in the map filling the location of this map rivers are asked. So properly you have to mark that in the exam. Here is also map given. You have to indicate the highlands, plateaus, wetlands, great escarpment, and ocean in this map of Brazil. Number wise in this map it is indicated. We can see first number Guiana Highland, see its location. Second, Brazilian Highland, the portion is given in the gray color. 2 number is indicated there. Third, Great Escarpment, a line is shown. Fourth, Marajo Island, dot is given and it is shown in that passage. Mark is also given. Sorry, there was some network issue. Now we will see of India. Here are some Himalaya points are given. You have to mark that, like Himalayas, coastal plains, Eastern Ghats is also given, Peninsula Plateau, Lakshadweep Island. So the map is given. We have to indicate. You have to make the index according to the marking. What you have to about how you have to mark it. You want to show in lines, dots, or shading. So one, the Himalayas is given. The North Indian plains is shown in blue color. The Peninsula Plateau, see the location where it is located. The Western Coastal Plains, the Eastern Ghat is shown. Check this map, Ghat, Western Ghat, and the coastal plain. And here in 8 number, Western and Eastern Ghat is given. 7 number, Andaman, Nicobar Island and Lakshadweep Island are also marked. This is the next map. We can see here points are given, and you have to indicate the points in the map. You have to mark the following on the map with the given information index. You have to prepare to see the location where it is located. The Aravalli Hills is shown in this map. Great Himalayas, the Eastern Ghat, blue mark is there, blue line is shown. Western Ghat with a broad black line is shown. The Gulf of Kambat, the Gulf of Kutch, K2 at the top in Jammu Kashmir it is shown. So in this way, you have to proper marking scheme should be there. Index you have to prepare. So in this way, we have learned about the physiography of India and today we have learned about the points to remember the important points also and map reading also. So for revision for homework, you will do the map filling of India and Brazil. Thank you, students. Ma'am.